Our last Connect talk is Get Moving with Your Organization, and we're going to have Anna Martinez from Facebook talk to us about Facebook's platform and services. So let's welcome Anna Martinez.
Good morning, everyone. I know I'm the last person standing between you and closing remarks and those awesome prices, so I will try to run through this. I'll stick around afterwards if you guys have any additional questions after the fact. My name's Anna Martinez. I'm the head of policy and community engagement for the Southwest region of the U.S., based out of Austin, so I'm very excited to be here with you all today. I'm going to talk to you a little bit about some of the best practices we've seen from across the country for elected officials, nonprofit organizations, and just anybody in general leveraging and trying to connect with the people that matter the most to them through Facebook pages. So I'm going to set up the scene for you all. This is what we see nowadays, right? A lot of people nowadays are consuming and gathering their information through mobile device than any other mode of communication before. In the United States, we have over 217 million people that make up the Facebook community. So in other words, that's over 79% of the internet users who are gathering and connecting with the people that matter the most to them through Facebook. So more likely than not, the people who matter the most to you, whether it be your constituents, your volunteers, the people you're trying to reach, are likely on Facebook and gathering their information that way. I'm going to talk about 5 different tools that you guys can leverage to make sure that you guys are really trying to getting that content out there that's going to be most relevant to the people who are connecting with you on your Facebook page. The first one is our comments moderation. So through our comments moderation tool, you have the ability to do 2 different types of things. One is we want to make sure that you, as a page admin and the controller of your page, have the opportunity to make sure you make that community the community you want to make it. So you have an opportunity to go ahead and actually, no, it's okay. When that comes back, you'll see it. So the comment moderations tool, one of the things is profanity, right? So you have an opportunity to turn that on, and that means that anytime Facebook detects a profanity word being used on your Facebook page, that comment will be hidden. So that means that you can still see it. The person who wanted to post it to let you know about how they felt can see it, but then the rest of your community will be protected from them and won't be able to see it. The other thing we recommend is for you guys to have a comment policy in your About section. A great example of this is the U.S. Army page. They have a great example of this in their About section, kind of dictating what kind of tone and what kind of conversation and dialogue they'd like to have in their Facebook page. Additionally, you got it?
Second now.
Okay, perfect. Additionally, there's another section called comment moderation. So here, we understand that our users are getting a little bit more savvier. So sometimes they'll use Garfield swear words or things like that, or there's words that are inappropriate but are defined as profanity words. You can go ahead and make a list of all these different words and put them in the comment moderation section of this tool. And that means that anytime those bad words that you indicated are captured, they will also be hidden, and make sure that the rest of your community is not seeing them and they're being protected by that, but that you yourself are actually hearing from that person who's trying to connect with you. So Facebook Live has been one of our tools that has been leveraged the most too, and has been leveraged time and time again in different ways. One of the best ways to leverage this is that you can be the newsbreaker for your organization. As an elected official, you can set the tone and kind of let your constituents and your supporters know directly from you what it is you want to talk about. It also gives you the opportunity to transport the people who are following you on Facebook to that particular moment in time and actually see what you're working on. Additionally, we actually rolled out this tool earlier this year. It's groups for pages. So pages can now actually start groups within Facebook, and that Facebook page can actually be the administrator of a Facebook group. And so this is a great example, for example, with regards to disaster response, volunteer events, or just organizing a group or a community. You can now set up a group and make sure that that proper information on that particular channel is being disseminated to the group members you want to keep it to. Additionally, we've seen a lot of interest within our Facebook community with civic engagement and actually getting more involved in the political dialogue going on. And so one of the things we've developed was our town hall feature. So now people can actually go into a town hall feature, whether on their mobile device or on their desktop, and go ahead and put, if they'd like, their mailing address, and it'll actually populate all of their elected officials from the federal level all the way to their local level. One of the things we heard time and time again is that people didn't actually know who represented them. So this gives them an opportunity to identify who their elected official is right there. And from this exact town hall feature, they can either follow the Facebook page directly from there or contact if the elected official has included their office phone number from there. And getting started is pretty easy. I actually have a 40-second video that actually shows you how to set it up. So for any elected official in the room who's interested in town hall, this will tell you step by step of how to get it going. It's very easy. You have to categorize your Facebook page as a government official page. From there, it'll ask you different questions. Are you a state elected official? What district do you represent? What's your name? It also asks you how long you'll be in office. This is only internal for our purposes, so then our team can go ahead and check and make sure that we're updating accordingly. Once that's submitted, you'll submit it, and within a 24, 48-hour period, our team will verify that you are indeed the elected official for that particular jurisdiction, and then you will now be populated in our town hall feature. And within the first month we launched Town Hall, we had 1 million new connections between our Facebook community members and an elected official that represents them. And one of the added bonuses of our Town Hall feature is that now constituents themselves can actually opt into a constituent badge or a constituent title. So I don't know if many of you guys have seen in Facebook pages this little black circle with a little kind of Greek federal building on it. That indicates to the elected official's Facebook page that you are a constituent in their district. And so that is letting them know that you're a constituent and you are voicing your opinion about them. And so that's a great opportunity, too, for you to have a constructive dialogue with your elected official. So I told you I'd be quick. I'm going to leave you guys behind with a couple of resources that you guys can leverage and find more information of some of the topics I covered, including some of the tools we discussed. But yes, thank you all so much. Excited you guys were able to make it to Facebook, and let me know if you have any questions. I'll be walking around.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Anna. And it actually, with that town hall feature, it freaked me out because Mark Zuckerberg is a constituent of the 24th Assembly District, and when y'all rolled that out, my face was at the top. So all of a sudden, I got a lot of texts and emails from random friends saying, "Look at this, yeah!" But it's a really cool tool and really helpful also, that little button to indicate who constituents are. Not that we don't care what everyone thinks, but we care especially about what our constituents think, and that helps kind of filter that, which is really great. So I don't know if we're coming out. I'm just walking up here as if it's where I'm supposed to be. Perfect. So we want to kind of pull it all together. And first of all, thank you to everybody for coming and participating today. Thank you so much to all of our presenters, and for your really thought-provoking presentations, for the thought-provoking questions from the audience. I mean, I think what we learned today is that, at a macro level, there's a lot of potential with technology, but that we really need to do a better job, frankly, about anticipating what some of the downsides are, and bringing folks together to be able to identify what those risks are ahead of time, and try to have those conversations and bring a diverse group together to have those conversations so that we identify what those risks are and identify ways to mitigate them.
And I think what we also have to think about is the word that John Diaz and several other speakers mentioned, which is transparency. And working with many of you in this room, that is really the name of the game in San Mateo County, is transparency. There is a lot of it. Ratchet it up, keep it going. I think we also have to look at technology companies, and I'm going to cite Pokemon Go because I want to cite a particular statistic that came out of the presentation, and thank you so much. 6.5 million tons of trash was picked up, all based on Pokemon Go and Earth Day. That's powerful. And so technology for good, and that is something we talked about as a planning committee, was really to highlight technology is good, and I think that statistic speaks in and of itself. So we ask, there is a 2-question survey on the app, and we can also email it out to you. But it's very simple, and we really encourage you to take it because this is how we plan each year. What is your key takeaway from today? And what topics would you like to see us cover in Connect19? So what's your key takeaway, and what topics would you like to see us cover? I'm going to turn it back to Assemblymember Berman for some additional comments, and then we will go to the raffle. And just one other bit of housekeeping. Folks are welcome. There's more food outside if you'd like to help yourself. As you're leaving the facility, we ask that you follow the Facebook staff and their security that will help you navigate out of this facility and to your car. With all the construction going around, they just want everyone to be careful and safe.
And so once again, please jump on that Connect app, 2 quick questions, or you can email us, whatever suggestions you've got. Really appreciate that. And on behalf of Kevin, Warren, and Rosanne, we really want to recognize the sponsors of Connect18. First and foremost, Facebook for opening their doors to host the event and for their staff support and technical expertise. In particular, definitely want to thank Ashley Quintana and the Facebook staff who handled all of our facility needs. So quick round of applause for the Team Facebook. Second to SAMCEDA, the San Mateo County Economic Development Association, and Rosanne Foust. We're proud to have Rosanne as a partner, and she, Larissa Ocañada, and Christina Fernandez were instrumental with lots of behind-the-scenes support over the last year leading up to this event. Thank you so much. Definitely want to thank our other event sponsors, the County of San Mateo and the Redwood City San Mateo County Chamber of Commerce. And thank you as well to Bridget Michelson and Rocky Robinson of Penn TV and their staff in the back who were videotaping us and making sure that you got my good side. I appreciate that. Perfect. Thank you. And a big thank you to Supervisor Warren Slocum's staff, Marcy Dragan, Maggie Cornejo, and Irving Torres. And Assemblymember Mullen staff, Mario Rendon, Susan Kennedy, and interns Nick Lockery, Armand Popley, and Petros Rosenbaum. Thank you guys so much. And last but definitely not least, to my team, Zach Ross and Isabella Sal here in the front. And Ellen Kamei, my district director, who had to run off to represent me at another event, but definitely want to recognize Ellen's support.
So I would like to thank Supervisor Slocum, Assemblymember Mullen, and Assemblymember Berman for being a great partner with SAMCEDA and our team in putting on Connect18. Thank you very much, and we look forward to seeing you next year.